Hello people! Today I'm going to teach you how to play a very special riff on the guitar. The riff is the intro and main riff to my song, Dream of Other Love, and it is one of my favorite riffs that I've ever written ever in my life. And I say that about every single song and every single piece of music and every single riff I have ever written in my life. So this is one of my favorite riffs that I have ever written in my life. So the song Dream of Other Love begins with a very simple yet complicated bouncy riff, as I like to call it. It's got like a very bouncy rhythm. It's got a very like rhythmic kind of circular kind of, there's nothing super rigid about it. It's very dynamic in a lot of ways, and that is the sort of riff that I really love writing. A riff that is, it just completes itself basically. So what I'm gonna do, first thing you'll need, or that I'll need, is my handy dandy songbook, within which I have written the tabs and the riff that I have mentioned. So I'm going to open that, and I'm going to flip to the page where Dream of Other Love has been tabbed out with just lots of dedication goes into tabbing these songs out. Oh wait, those are lyrics. So the actual tab is in the page after the lyrics. So several pages here, but we're only going to need page 1. Page 1. Here is the riff right here, and I'm going to go over it. I've got my own little tabbing system, but we're not going to worry about my system. I'm just going to play my guitar, and I'm just going to teach you how to play the riff. Okay. So, first thing you'll need is some paper, or I'll need paper. Second thing you'll need is a guitar. Alright, so you probably can't see that. Yes, second thing you will need is a nice little electric guitar, or just any guitar that has a very nice, clean, crisp, metallic sound. You don't want to be too muted for this riff. You don't want to be too damp for this riff. You kind of want to have a nice like jingle jangle, a little bit of a sparkle to the tone of your guitar. So kind of like, how on a piano you've got like a bright tone and you've also got a grand tone. You want something in the middle of that, and that's why I love my Jaguar Strat, because it's right in the middle of a Stratocaster, those high notes, the high register of Stratocaster, high tone, and in the middle of that and a Jaguar guitar, which is a lot deeper, richer, and robust. So I wanted something right in the middle of that for my sound, and this was the perfect guitar. Alright, so the next thing you'll need to do is you'll need to set your guitar to a nice clean tone. Now, I'm not exactly sure what tone I used, what the specific settings were on my amplifier when I recorded this song. I just kind of like figure out what I want it to sound like. I don't really determine like tonally what I want. I just kind of turn it on, fiddle around with it, record it. Maybe I should record the tone controls, but the thing is, all amplifiers and all guitars are different. So it's just really, you just gotta find whatever works in the moment. So the first thing that you'll play for Dream of Other Love is, so first of all, let me play the riff for you. So yeah, that's the riff for Dream of Other Love. What we're going to do is start on the 7th fret, which is an E, and then we're also going to double that E. We're going to double that E on the 9th fret, sort of like you got a power chord, but you're skipping the 3rd right there, and you're going straight to the 5th. So the double octave. So what you want to do in the first section is, that's basically the first thing. You go E, 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 and you just do that one time. Alright, next thing you want to do, oh, excuse me, this is played 2 times. That's how you start the song. E, 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 E. Okay. Next thing, we get to the middle, the meat of the riff. So we go back to that E. Oh. Guys, I'm not good at playing guitar, so I'm messing up a lot. Just bear with me, okay? Oh. Yeah. So that's how you play the first section. You go. Alright. So what we have here is E, 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 A sharp, B, and the A sharp and B are on the 8th fret and the 9th fret of the D string, or of the 5th string, and so you go, and that's an F sharp right there on the 7th fret of the B string. Okay, so you want it to be very rigid and very clunky, and you kind of want to play it quickly. Alright, next section is you go again with the E, 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 and then you keep going with the So you do the exact same riff, but this time at the end, instead of playing an F sharp, you will play an E. Oh. So there's the E, right? The E is on the 9th fret of the G string, or the 3rd string. So you're going to go to F sharp, from F sharp, F sharp, which is right there, and the second round will be played with an E. So F sharp, E, okay, and then you'll play that twice. Right, and then you go back to the A sharp, B, and then here's the little twisty part with the pull-offs and hammer-ons. You go G, F sharp, E, E, G, F sharp, E, D, E. So you go G on the 2nd string on the 9th fret, and you pull off to the F sharp, and then you go to E, E, which is on the 9th fret of the 3rd string. Okay, and then you go back to the G, pull off F sharp. So that's how we are so far. And then you go E on the 9th fret of the G string, and then you go D on the 7th fret of the G string, and then you hammer on to E. So that's how you play that part of the riff. G, pull off F sharp, E, E, G, pull off F sharp, E, D, hammer on E. Okay, and then you go back to the you basically play that whole thing again. And then the next thing you want to do to close out the riff is, so the way that you play that is you'll just go you go E, pull off on D. So E, which is the 9th fret on the G string, and you'll pull off on your D. And then you go up to your B, which is on the 9th fret of the D string. Yeah. So E, D, B, B, E, D, and remember to pull off on those EDs. Don't do that. A lot of this riff is pull-offs and hammer-ons. That's how we get the nice rhythmic, flowy kind of thing going on. That circular kind of complete riff sound. You know, if at first the riff was kind of clunky, and I'll show you how that went at the end of this. All right, so we're at the end basically, and instead of this last variation, instead of this, which is what we did previously, we're gonna do, yeah, so basically do that, you know, up one, I don't know, fourth or something, you know, very like blues based, you know. So this is how the entire riff goes. E, 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 A sharp, B, F sharp, E, 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 A sharp, B, E, 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 A sharp, B, G, pull off, F sharp, E, E, G, pull off, F sharp, E, D, hammer on E, 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 A sharp, B, F sharp, E, 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 A sharp, B, E, 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 A sharp, B, E, pull off, D, B, B, E, pull off, D, B, A, B. So that's the first part. And then E, 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 A sharp, B, F sharp, E, 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 A sharp, B, E, E, E sharp, E, E, A sharp, B, and then E, E, pull off D, B, B, E, pull off D, B, A sharp, B. And then you play directly into the song, which is an F sharp 5th chord, so an F sharp power chord. Okay, let's play the whole thing. So, yes, so what you want to also do is you want to really get into that riff. So you want to like dig into the riff. And what I like to do is like really pull my body with the picking to like make those stresses really sound out more. So you want to go, well, yeah, instead of, which sounds fine, but you don't have that same, like, you don't have that same cutting edge kind of rhythm going on. And the fun part about this riff is you can play it really fast. So, drop my pick. Wow. So basically that's how you play that riff. So yeah. And originally the riff went like this. No. Oh wait. No. I don't remember, but it was really clunky and I kind of wanted it to sound kind of like a toy store kind of vibe. Kind of like very clunky. In my mind I was thinking about, you know, those toy cubes, those plastic blocks that children play with sometimes. I was thinking of that. when I wrote that riff really clunky, but then I was like, you know what, let's speed it up. This whole song was about speeding it up, like cranking up the speed, because at first it was very, very slow, didn't have much of a consistent rhythm to it, but then I decided I wanted it to sound a little poppier and a little bit more, I just wanted it to sound a little bit more contained. Whereas at first it was kind of like a ballad that was all over the place, and it lacked structure to such an extent that it sounded like it wasn't even a song in a way. So it kind of evolved into this kind of like faster, groovier, more complete sounding composition. So anyway, let me know in the comments if I made sense. Because I know that I don't always make sense, and also I mess up a lot, but you know what, I'm just human, I'm only human, and I'm only gonna do one take of this, because why not? Alright, bye!